This video is brought to you by the NHS Tayside Children and Young People's Occupational Therapy Service. We hope that after watching this video, you will know a bit more about developmental coordination disorder, or DCD, and ways that might help you manage difficulties in your everyday life. As occupational therapists, we look at your everyday occupations. What we mean by this is all of the activities that you do every day, from getting up in the morning, going to bed at night, and everything in between. We work with children who may be experiencing difficulties within their everyday occupations as a result of DCD, and therefore want to help to work with you to overcome these challenges. DCD, also known as dyspraxia, is where your brain is wired up differently. It's a very clever brain that somehow has got mixed up, and means that things to do with moving, learning, and organising yourself can be harder for you. It is important that you know that you are not lazy, stupid, difficult, or slow, and that you might at times feel angry because you get muddled or find some things so much harder than other people do. Things like writing, or doing fiddly things like tying up laces, or riding a bicycle, or games at school. Your thoughts and words might sometimes get jumbled up, and you might know what you want to do, but somehow just can't do it. You might forget things too. It is not your fault, and there are lots of ways to help you master the things you find difficult. You should be proud of how much harder you work in everything you do. We will let Abby explain more.
Hi, my name's Abby. I'm a diagnosed dyspraxic, which means that I find it difficult to place myself in time and space. To put it another way, I have no spatial awareness, and I find it difficult to keep myself organised. My family first knew that I suffered with dyspraxia at 4. Teachers noticed that I bumped into other children and fell off chairs for no reason. I'd even trip over thin air. I was then officially diagnosed with dyspraxia at 11 by a paediatrician. Now at 18, I struggle with organising my thoughts and myself. I often find it difficult to organise my sentences. When out and about, I am very clumsy, falling over and smacking into walls and doors. Dyspraxia doesn't make me stupid. I don't let it stop me doing anything. I've sometimes been called names because of my dyspraxia, which makes me sad. Living with dyspraxia would be easier if I wasn't ridiculed and if more people understood the condition. It would also be nice if there was more help for people with dyspraxia, which is why we need to make more people aware of the condition.
Although it may feel like you're the only one struggling at times, DCD is relatively common. There may be someone else in your class or school with the same difficulties, and it is believed that 2 to 3 children are affected in every class of 30 children. DCD doesn't go away, but with help, you can learn to live with it really well and can overcome many of the difficulties it causes. In fact, there are many famous people living with DCD, such as the famous wizard Harry Potter, model and actress Cara Delevingne, and the legendary scientist Albert Einstein. It takes time to develop your own coping strategies, so don't be afraid to ask for help, whether it's at home or school, or from professionals such as occupational therapy. Using questions such as, "Can you show me?" or "How should I do that?" as this may help you get started with an activity you're stuck with. Getting visual demonstrations from others may be more useful than spoken instructions. These could be captured in photographic format, so you could refer back to this again and again. Education staff and professionals such as occupational therapy may provide equipment or resources that can make activities easier for you. This may include different writing tools, IT programs, different types of cutlery, and dressing adaptations such as elastic laces. Here are some examples of other strategies you may find helpful. Practice, practice, practice. Movement difficulties can get better with practice. Skills may take you longer to learn, but that is okay, and it's important to have patience with yourself. Play. Use hobbies and interests to boost your skills in a fun way where you can play and spend time with friends and family with no pressure to perform. Equipment and technology. Make use of tools such as your mobile phone or iPad to help organize your day. You can set reminder alerts, create lists or notes, and take pictures of information as prompts. YouTube videos and clips can provide a visual guide on ways to tackle things you find difficult, such as shoelaces. Time. Give yourself more time to complete tasks, and try to finish one task before moving on to the next. Routines. With support from those around you, create routine checklists to help organise and plan busy times of the day. For example, a morning routine to help you get ready for school. Don't give up. Although you might find some activities challenging, it is important to not avoid these and to give them a try. We all make mistakes, and these can be learnt from. And finally, it's important to focus on your strengths. This will help to motivate you to do your best and think positively. After all, everybody has their strengths and weaknesses. Here are some further resources you can access for support. The Dyspraxia Foundation website includes information sheets and positive stories. It also includes access to a helpline and webinars available for purchase. There is a Dyspraxia Foundation youth section. It's aimed at 13 to 25-year-olds and contains blogs, a forum, and vlogs from young people with DCD and other resources. There's also a Facebook page which you can join for further support. Mindroom is a Scottish charity based in Edinburgh that supports, informs, and empowers children and young people living with learning difficulties. Their vision is to help create a world in which no mind is left behind. Thinking Outside of the Cardboard Box is an example of a blog that gives insight into the life of a person with DCD and can be useful for picking up tips and tricks. And finally, Match Strategies is a helpful framework to guide you and others around you to help with learning a new task or activity. You can also access our occupational therapy website and YouTube channel for hints and tips. Thank you for watching. We hope this has been useful, and if you have any further questions, we are here to help.